Hi there, Tamaradorris, your real estate coach. And today I'm going to talk to you about something that you probably have heard about, but maybe aren't really familiar with, and that is called subliminal programming. Before we go into how you can use it and how it can help you in your business, I want to give you a little bit of history. So way back when, everyone knows Sigmund Freud, right? And he talked about the subconscious mind and all of that. Well, his nephew, who mentored under him, learned a lot about that, but he was also he was like the first guy who made, I don't know, remember the show with the ad men, in New York? I think he had a great deal to do with advertising as we know it, with understanding how to get people to buy things. And so what he did was he really created the first subliminal programming, which made people want to buy, I think it was luggage. So I'm going to explain what subliminal is, but just understand that it was Sigmund Freud's nephew that really got the ball rolling. Well, then the military discovered it, and then advertisers discovered it, and then political campaigns discovered it. So let me give you an example. Back in the day, if you went to a movie theater and you were watching the intermission and you'd see the dancing popcorns and, whatever, beneath your level of awareness, something may have flashed that said, buy Pepsi, buy Pepsi. But you didn't see it and you don't know it's there, but suddenly you're like, yeah, I'm going to go get a Pepsi. Okay. You were probably subliminally programmed. Now, what does that mean? What we have to understand is our conscious mind. That means what I can see, what I can hear, what I can touch, taste, my five senses only allows me to interpret, take in 2,000 bits of information per second. I know that's a lot, but 2,000 bits per second. However, it's not a lot when we compare it to the 2 billion, that is with a B, billion, 2 billion bits of information that we are always surrounded with. It gets really interesting if you think about it. You're like 2 billion bits of information. What's going on? Well, we don't know yet. Science does not know all of the billions of bits that are going on, but there's a lot going on. This is probably how people do telepathy and, paranormal things. It's probably that they just have a wider scope of awareness. Okay. So that being said, it eventually became illegal to use subconscious subliminal programming in politics. In other words, if a candidate's up and a sign pops up that says, don't vote, right? People would be influenced by it. And so it became illegal. Now, I don't know this for a fact, but I would venture to say that a lot of political campaigns spend time and energy making sure that there's no subliminal programming going on in their advertising messages. I would think that is because it's illegal to do. I would think that they have some sort of, a limit to make sure that that's not being done so that they can review it. Pretty interesting, right? Okay. So let's go back now and look at someone named Eldon Taylor. Eldon Taylor is an old author from, 20 years ago. I don't even know if he's still around, honestly. But he had a really good book, and he talked all about how subliminal programming has been used. And it's just plumb scary how it's used in advertising. You think when you see a car and a gorgeous woman posed on it, you think that's all you're seeing. But there are so many things that could be under the radar. Now, it's not supposed to be legal, but do you think that's always paid attention to? Because I don't. But it's not supposed to be legal. But Eldon Taylor, what he did is he took subliminal programming and he took it to a prison. And he got the warden to play subliminal music for all the inmates. So why? He wasn't trying to get them to vote a certain way or go buy Pepsi at break. His subliminal programming was positive subliminals. So positive means below the level of awareness. So while visual might be go buy Coke, if I'm hearing it, go buy Coke, but I don't hear anything because I'm just hearing ocean sounds or melody, but I still am getting the message. Because remember what I just said, the other bits of information are getting in just beneath my level of awareness. Does that make sense? So Eldon did this and there were changes. And I don't have the statistics. I don't have the reports. I don't think that everyone just turned into wonderful people and never had to go to jail again. But it made there were metrics, and it made a significant difference in how they acted. And the interesting thing was that they used the message, the subliminal message was self-love. Why would they do that? Well, if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. People who are hardened criminals, people who have committed felonies, probably don't have a lot of self-love, right? So wouldn't that be a nice place to start? Okay, so are you getting this? Subliminal programming then is when you're being given a message beneath your level of awareness, but for a positive result. So again, initially it was developed, created, cultivated so that it could get people to do things. But if what we're trying to get people to do is love themselves, to believe in themselves, to be abundant, to have more joy, right? If we're trying to get people to do those things, that shouldn't be illegal, especially if the people do it voluntarily. So now we have we have subliminal programming for salespeople or for people who, personal development, right? And as I said before, Eldon Taylor, if you want to look him up, that's Eldon, Eldon Taylor, Taylor. Yeah. If he's still around, then he had some really good programs, and I've used some of those. And now I'm developing my own. So the first one that I've developed them for abundance, and I use them in magnetic marketing. I have, I tell my agents, here's a subliminal. Listen, you can play this all the time. You don't have to be sleeping. You don't have to have earphones on. Just play it, because subliminal programming is working on your behalf all the time. I even have a screensaver on both my computers where little subliminal messages pop up, but they go so fast I don't see them. But I can guarantee you that they've helped me in my life because I've been using these for years. So subliminal programming is something that I think is just a absolute no-brainer. For what, $30 or whatever, get a program and just play it, right? And I'm even going to offer a free one for you, so you can just get a 5-minute glance of it to see what it is. You don't barely at all hear the voice, but you just hear music. But underneath the voice is me saying, you are a top producer, you are capable, you love yourself, you sell so many houses, blah, 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 blah. But you don't really hear it. You may hear little whispers, but you don't really hear it. And that's the whole idea of subliminal programming. But you can bet that the rest of you hears it. So whether you try my little gift one that I will give you, or you go out and you invest in them and you buy them and you research them, subliminal programming is a really big, an important aspect for helping you get past the parts of your life that you maybe don't like, right? So a lot of times agents that come through my program, maybe they have past traumas, maybe they don't think they're good enough, and those are the things that can get in the way. My role as a coach is to help my agents see the vision, create the vision, get excited about the vision, and live in the vision, trust the vision. And so, we really work towards that. And listen, when you do the practices that I set out and you listen to all the recordings that I have for you, you're going to listen to meta creation, where you're going to actively visualize and get excited and get your emotions generated for your vision. That's a super foundational part of my coaching program. You're also going to listen to a hypnosis at night, a few nights a week. That's going to help imprint in your subconscious mind the things that we want to change. And then during the daytimes, you're going to listen, every few days to a subliminal program that's just going to be like background music. That is catching you in active brain state, resting brain state, and working brain state. And that's part of my master plan, right? And then, of course, the rest of the time, we're doing other things that are not so subliminal, like we're doing Facebook posts, or we're doing videos, or we're going to networking events, or we're getting involved, we're starting a Facebook group and getting people involved in that. Whatever it is we're doing it with the programming, right? The programming that tells us we're capable, deserving, worthy, because that's what it's all about. Whatever is in your way to get from where you are now to where you want to get, guarantee you has to do with the inner conflict. There's part of your brain that is going to keep you stuck in your past. Why? Because your brain has survived the past so far. So regardless of how uncomfortable it is or has been, at least you're still alive. And as far as the brain, the reptilian brain is concerned, its only goal, its only task is to keep you alive. And it's pretty excited with itself because it's kept you alive so far. And so for you to go for that big dream, your brain's going, ooh, don't know about that. Maybe you don't want to try that. Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. Because it's scared that you might not survive. And I know that sounds ridiculous to say, well, how's doing a video going to kill you? But if you have a fear from a past childhood event or experience that you got made fun of, for example, or you got spanked or whatever, you may feel like it's a threat to get on video. I think it's true with a lot of people. You know, you have imposter syndrome or whatever it is. Your brain is going to protect you and say, nope, we gotta absolutely stay safe. It's not okay to go get a YouTube channel. And the only reason is because your brain thinks that it's protecting you. Whereas if you say to me, yeah, but I really would love to do a YouTube channel, or I would love to be able to do Facebook Lives, or I would love to, you know, buy leads and call them back, but I'm just too scared. I just can't. I don't want to bug people. See, that's a program, and that's an inner conflict. Your conscious mind says you want this. Your unconscious mind says, nope, it's too scary. So we use subliminal programming in part. You can't just go buy a bunch of subliminal programs and play them all the time and think, okay, you got to do the rest of it. You got to do the active meta creation. You got to do some evening hypnosis, and you absolutely have to be, you know, do the work. Like in my coaching program, where we meet every week, where I'm here for you, where you catch yourself when you fall off the energy wagon, right? So it's a lot of things involved in it, but subliminal programs, I mean, it's one of the easiest things you can do. Okay, so I hope that sparked your interest. I hope you do some more research on it. Let me know if you have any questions about it, and I will put a link below for you where you can access it for a sample of one at no cost. How's that sound? I hope you have a beautiful day. Thanks for watching.